cultural heritage and its progressive governance. And today it serves as the ultimate backdrop for active governance, where thoughtful reflection drives transformative action as we embark on a journey of learning, sharing and strengthening our commitment to grassroots development. This zonal workshop isn't merely an administrative meeting, it is a vital engine for local democracy, ensuring that every rupee allocated under MPLADS translates into tangible grassroots progress across our communities. It is an opportunity to learn, exchange experiences, resolve challenges and strengthen the systems through which development reaches the last mile. On behalf of the Government of Goa, I extend a warm and gracious welcome to our distinguished dignitaries, officers from the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, representatives of participant states, implementing agencies and all officials joining us today for this important workshop. We have an enriching program ahead of us covering knowledge sharing, discussions, eSakshi portal and measures for strengthening the effective implementation of MPLADS. To formally open today's proceedings and extend a grand welcome, I have the distinct honor of inviting Madam Egna Cletus, IAS, District Magistrate and Collector South Goa to deliver the welcome address. Madam, please.
Respected Chief Guest, Ms. Geeta Singh Rathore, Director General MoSPI, Shri Joseph CF, Deputy Director General MPLADS MoSPI, Shri Vikas Nikam, Director MoSPI, distinguished delegates, administrative officers from the participating states and districts, technical experts from TCS, and my dear colleagues. A very warm and pleasant good morning to all of you. On behalf of the district administration and the people of South Goa, it is my absolute honor and pleasure as your host to welcome all of you to this beautiful village of Benolam in South Goa district for this Zonal review workshops on MPLAD and eSakshi portal. To our delegates who have travelled from various states across the zone, I extend a heartfelt welcome to Goa. While Goa is globally celebrated for its heritage, coastlines and hospitality, it is equally a land of progressive public administration and community-driven grassroots development. We are delighted to host this high-level workshop today here in Goa. First and foremost, I express our deepest gratitude and extend a very special welcome to our Chief Guest, Ms. Geeta Singh Rathore, Director General MoSPI. Madam, your presence today reflects the Ministry's firm resolve to ensure that central development initiatives are monitored, modernized and implemented with maximum efficiency. I extend a welcome to you and we are eagerly looking forward for your keynote address and visionary insights later this morning. I warmly welcome Shri Joseph CF, Deputy Director General, MPLADS MoSPI. Sir, your extensive oversight of scheme progress, monitoring framework and district level operational realities is critical for resolving implementation bottlenecks. We are grateful for your presence and look forward to your presentations and technical guidance today, sir. I welcome you to the session, sir. A hearty welcome to Shri Vikas Nikam, Director MoSPI. Sir, your sessions scheduled for this afternoon will be invaluable for our implementing agencies regarding the eSakshi portal. I welcome you also to the session, sir. I also extend a warm welcome to the technical specialists from TCS who will steer the hands-on sessions on eSakshi portal as well as the district planning officers and nodal administrative teams representing different zones. Also, I welcome all the other participants from various states, from the implementing agencies from Goa and all my colleagues to this session. I wish all of you a highly engaging, productive workshop and a pleasant stay in Goa. Thank you.
Thank you, Madam, for setting such a warm and inspiring tone for today's workshop and framing the core spirit of today's gathering so eloquently. In India, we begin every significant endeavor by invoking light, a symbol of knowledge, clarity and progress. As a lamp is illuminated, it dispels the darkness of ignorance and ushers in an atmosphere of knowledge, enlightenment, collaboration and fosters new pathways of growth. May I now invite our Chief Guest, Ms. Geeta Singh Rathore, Director General, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Shri Joseph CF, Deputy Director General, MPLADS MoSPI, Sri Vikas Nigam, Director MoSPI, along with Madam Ignatius to kindly light the traditional lamp. Thank you, dignitaries. May this flame guide our deliberation and collective vision today. It is now our privilege to welcome the eminent dignitaries who have graciously accepted our invitation and honored us with their presence today by presenting a plant as a symbol of growth, prosperity, and a memento as a token of remembrance. May I request Madam Ignatius to kindly welcome Ms. Geeta Singh Rathod, Director General, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation. Madam, I request you to also welcome Sri Joseph C.F., Deputy Director General, MPLADS, MoSPI. Requesting Ms. Anna Rita Pace, Deputy Collector, South Goa District, to welcome Sri Vikas Nigam, Director, MoSPI. Requesting Ms. Shannon Chikadi Almeida, Joint Mamledar, Salsett Taluka, South Goa, to welcome our very own Madam Ignatius, IAS District Magistrate, Collector, South Goa. Thank you, everyone. To anchor our focus on operational excellence and give us a bird's eye view of our regional targets, it is now my privilege to introduce Sri Joseph C.F., Deputy Director General, MPLADS, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, who is with us today to share his insights and perspectives on the implementation of MPLADS. His address will set the context for today's deliberations and help us to look at the scheme not merely from the perspective of procedures and systems, but also from the larger perspective of effective public service delivery and development outcomes. May I now invite Sri Joseph CF, Deputy Director General MPLADS, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, to kindly address the gathering. Sir.
Respected DG ma'am, Ms. District Collector South Goa, and my colleagues from MoSPI and senior officers from Goa administration, and the team of South Goa District Collector who is behind the successful coordination in organization of this workshop. Beautifully it is done, and all the participants from the southern states and UTs. So you all know that we are doing this kind of zonal workshops and national level workshops for the last 1 year more frequently with a specific purpose. And today when we do this from the last time when we discussed on a similar platform. So a few important things have happened. One is the cabinet approval for the continuation of the scheme for the 16th Finance Commission cycle. Second, a process of revising the guidelines of MPLADS scheme for that period. For the next 5 years, the new guidelines will set the context. A lot of good changes are also there, some relaxations are there, based on the feedbacks which we have received from you during the previous interactions like this. And last few weeks, last year in fact, but last few weeks we were conducting district and state level reviews on a weekly basis. We are taking up different districts, not on random, because there are some issues which are highlighted by either some minister or some MP. They have written to our minister. So with that specific issue and along with the other issues of the districts and states, we were doing the reviews. A couple of field inspections we have carried out, myself and one of my deputy director in the last week. What we come to know is that from these interactions, so whenever we are showing the figures, progress based on whatever data is available on the portal, what we come across from the interaction with the district authorities and the implementing agencies is that ground level the progress is something else, but they have not updated on the portal. But we have already crossed 3.5 years of our implementation of this eSakshi portal. So it is high time that whatever on the ground is translated into updates on the portal. And you also must have seen that several social media posts are coming out targeting honorable MPs about their progress, wrongly interpreting the data on eSakshi portal, and many a times they write to us saying that that whatever recommendations they have made are already implemented on the ground, but MoSPI is not updating the portal. So we all know that MoSPI doesn't make any updation on the portal. It is from the implementing agency or the district authority level that is that entries are getting updated, and whatever is shown on the portal is supposed to be the real-time progress, but actually that is not the case. So we could have done this kind of workshop or trainings or whatever that is through VC, which we are doing also. But we take this opportunity to interact physically on a regular basis, focused way, zonal level, and all, with this prime objective that, okay, we will come, sit together, talk, discuss, and there are issues. I know that you have a lot of issues with us also. So take that feedback and convert into action, so that the final, whatever we are doing at our own level reflects the correct status of what we are doing on the ground. So the portal also has meant that we had a national level conference in Cochin. After that, we got a lot of feedback from you, and many of them has been translated into different functionalities on the portal. We will have a go through of those functionalities and how that going to be helping you in monitoring that. We will have a presentation also where we will be discussing the state level progress and all. So the whole purpose of having this kind of zonal level workshop is to improve that the way we are implementing, the way we are making use of the functionalities on the portal, so that a more truer picture will be visible to the general public also. I thank very much our DG ma'am, who has a lot of other assignments. This is an additional charge of her, but ma'am was gracious enough to come and grace this occasion. And last 1 month we are interacting with ma'am, and whatever we are because many changes that is happening now after the cabinet approval is going on. So she is very cooperative, and I would like to express our gratitude as a team of MPLADS, ma'am, and Madam Eknath Cletus, District Collector, and her team for beautifully organizing this workshop within a short notice. And I hope that whatever we do technical level on this till today evening, you also have a nice stay in this beautiful Goa. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir, for that insightful and informative address, and for setting a clear, actionable direction for our collective administrative efforts. Moving forward, we now have the privilege of hearing from our esteemed chief guest for today's workshop, Ms. Geeta Singh Rathod, Director General of the National Sample Survey, NSS, Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Government of India. Ms. Geeta Singh Rathod is an officer of the 1992 batch of the Indian Statistical Service. She has had a distinguished career in the field of official statistics and public administration. In her present role, she leads the National Sample Survey and oversees large-scale socio-economic surveys that provide vital evidence for understanding India's social and economic landscape and supporting evidence-based policy making. She has been actively involved in the strengthening the quality, relevance, accessibility, and timeliness of official statistics, with particular emphasis on technological innovation and evolving data needs. She has represented MoSPI at national and international platforms, contributing to the discussions on modernizing statistical systems and strengthening data-driven governance. Her leadership and contribution are particularly significant as the NSS continues to modernize its survey processes and strengthen the quality, relevance, and accessibility of official statistics of the nation. A workshop of this nature gains its strength from the experience, guidance, and vision of its leadership. We look forward to hearing your vision on strengthening grassroots governance through MPLADS. Ma'am, may I request our chief guest for today to kindly address the gathering and share her valuable thoughts with us. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming our chief guest with a round of applause.
Thank you, everyone. Good morning. Shri Joseph CF, Deputy Director General MPLADS, Ms. Egna Cletus, Collector South Goa District, Shri Vikas Nigam, Director MoSPI, Senior Officers of the Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, Officers of Government of Goa, District Authorities, Implementing Agencies, and all other stakeholders present here today. It gives me immense pleasure to be here at the South Zone workshop on the Member of Parliament Local Development Area Scheme, MPLADS, in the beautiful state of Goa. I am particularly pleased to be here and see representatives from different levels of administration coming together at one platform. The success of MPLADS does not depend on any one institution. It depends on how effectively all of us work together. From the recommendation of a work to its sanction, execution, inspection, monitoring, and ultimately its use by the citizens. As you all know, MPLAD is a very, very unique scheme. At one end is a locally felt need of a community. At the other is a tangible public asset. May it be a drinking water facility, a classroom, a healthcare facility, a road, a sanitation facility, or community infrastructure. Between these two lies the entire chain of implementation. Therefore, when we talk about MPLADS, we are not merely talking about sanctioning works or spending funds. We are talking about a much larger question. Are we able to convert public resources into an asset that genuinely improves people's life? That ultimately is the real measure of success. Sorry. As Shri Joseph has already informed, Cabinet has approved the continuation of MPLAD for the period of next 5 years, that is 2026 to 2031. And the revised MP guidelines are in the final stage of preparation. The next phase is not simply about continuing what we have been doing. It is about asking ourselves, can we make implementation faster, make monitoring stronger, improve the quality of the assets, make information more transparent and timely, and most importantly, can we ensure that the assets created remain useful and functional for the people? These questions have guided several of the reforms being proposed in the revised guidelines. One of the most important area of change is monitoring. Traditionally, monitoring has been viewed as an activity undertaken at particular stage of implementation. Now we are moving towards continuous technology-enabled monitoring. Reviews and inspection by stakeholders including central nodal agency, state nodal agencies, district authorities and implementing agencies are proposed to be integrated with the MPLAD eSakshi portal. Inspection schedules, reports and action taken report will be captured digitally now. This will enable us to move from asking what happened to asking what is happening and what needs to be done next. That is an important shift from periodic oversight to continuous management. The proposed joint inspection will also bring different level of administration together and help create a common understanding of the status of work. In addition, Ministry proposes to empanel qualified third-party inspection agencies for continuation inspection of MPLADS. Their role will not simply be to check whether a work has been completed. They will also look at quality, compliance, and technical specifications, operational status, maintenance, and feedback from the beneficiary. Because at the end of the day, a completed asset is not necessarily a successful asset. A building may be constructed, but is it being used? A facility may be created, but is it functional? An asset may be handed over, but is it being maintained? These are the questions that determine whether public expenditure has actually translated into public value. Then another reform is to bring MPLAD works within the evaluation framework of central Prabhari officers who are senior government officers assigned to aspirational districts and blocks. This reinforces an outcome-oriented approach. We should look beyond expenditure and completion rate and focus on the actual value created for the community. This is a shift from monitoring expenditure to measuring outcome. Another proposed reform is the convergence of MPLAD funds with 16 additional government schemes, with the details and modalities to be incorporated in the revised guidelines. Sometimes the impact of one asset can be multiplied when it is linked with another government program. But convergence should not remain an administrative exercise. The real objective must be to create greater and more sustainable impact on the ground. I would also like to emphasize one issue that is critical to the success of all these reforms: the quality and timeliness of information entered into eSakshi portal. As already highlighted by DDG MoSPI, technology can make implementation more transparent, but technology alone does not guarantee transparency. The system is only as good as the information entered into it. Therefore, timely sanction, timely execution, and accurate real-time updation of work status are extremely important. I would urge all district authorities and implementing agencies to look at portal updation not as a routine exercise, but as an important management tool. Because if information is complete and timely, the entire system becomes more responsive. This is an area where each one of us can make a difference. A workshop like this is not merely an occasion to explain guidelines and procedures. It's an opportunity to listen to the field. People in this room have different perspectives. Some work at policy level, some at state level, some at district level, and some are directly involved in the implementation work. Each level sees a different picture. Today's workshop gives us opportunity to put these pieces together. During the session, we'll discuss MPLADS implementation, the functioning of eSakshi portal, mapping through the public financial management system, and other operational issues. I would encourage all participants to make these discussions as practical as possible. Please share the challenges you are facing. Bring out the issues that may not be visible from Delhi or the policy perspective. If there are good practices working well in your district, share them. If there are bottlenecks, let us discuss them. And if another state or district has already found a solution to a problem you are facing, let us learn from that experience. The best solution often emerge not only from policy documents, but from the experiences of those who implement them on the ground. Before I conclude, I would like to sincerely thank Government of Goa and Collector of South Goa District for hosting this workshop and for extending its wholehearted cooperation. Let us use this workshop not only to understand the new provision in system, but also to strengthen the spirit of partnership that is essential and successful for implementation of MPLADS. Let us remember that behind every work recorded on the portal is a community need, a public resource, an expectation from the citizen. Our responsibility is to ensure that these come together. If we can achieve that, then the success of MPLAD will not only be measured by the numbers of work sanctioned or completed. It will be measured by the quality, functionality, and lasting value of the assets we create for our citizens. From expenditure to outcome, from periodic monitoring to continuous management, and from completed work to functional and sustainable assets, that should be the direction of the next phase of MPLAD. With that, I wish this workshop every success. Thank you very much.
Thank you, ma'am, for your valuable guidance and for inspiring us to achieve greater efficiency in scheme execution. We will now pause briefly for a tea break, requesting all delegates to network over tea and refreshments served in the foyer to my right, and please be seated by 11:40 a.m. when we.
So today this workshop on the MPLADS and eSakshi portal is for making the states aware that what are the changes which we are doing in the MPLAD scheme, new guidelines, and the changes that have been done in the portal, and the requirements which each state has to fulfill or the district administration has to fulfill to update the eSakshi portal, so that the policies which are there, they can be guided properly, and MPs have a clear view as to what is happening to the projects they have sanctioned.
क्या पॉलिसी है?
किससे ये होती है कि कहाँ पे क्या प्रोजेक्ट की ज़रूरत किस डिस्ट्रिक्ट में कहाँ पे क्या है, उसको अगर कोई एस्पिरेशनल डिस्ट्रिक्ट है तो उसको कैसे हम लोग नए नए प्रोजेक्ट्स दे के हम उसको एट पार विद द अदर डिस्ट्रिक्ट हम ला सकते हैं.
मैडम, आपको उनके लोगों तक नहीं पहुंचता है, इसके पे आप कुछ करना चाहते हैं अभी इस वर्कशॉप के बाद?
देखिए, गांव तक नहीं पहुंचता ये हम लोग सही नहीं कह सकते हैं, क्योंकि ये जो MPLAD स्कीम है ये हर एमपी को अपने इलाके में 5 करोड़ रुपए खर्चा करने के लिए मिलता है इस स्कीम के तहत. तो ये मंत्री और दूसरे MPs ये अपने इलाके में कुछ भी काम करने के लिए पैसा वो कर सकते हैं. So what happens is that MPs can sanction any project for their district or their area, and it is presumed that whatever work they are sanctioning will benefit either a rural area or an urban.
Ma'am, what is the current problem that the portal itself is facing?
The main problem in the portal is that it is not being updated. So we are requesting all the states or the implementing agencies to update that portal so that we have a clear-cut picture what is happening at the ground.
Workshop for MPLADS for the southern states and UTs in South Goa. And the purpose is that we are implementing this scheme for a few decades, and we have recently changed. 3 years before, we have changed into an online implementation with a dedicated portal that is known as eSakshi portal. So we last a few years we conducted this kind of focused workshop for all the stakeholders, states and district officials, so that this implementation, the scheme implementations are in line with the MPLAD guideline, and whatever that compliances that is stipulated in the guidelines are followed, and they are able to use the functionalities which we have developed on the eSakshi portal in an effective way, and at the same time to get feedback from them so that our functionalities on the portal can be improved. And ultimate objective is to have an implementation of the scheme in line with whatever be that locally felt need and the requirement of the country, like that align it with the Viksit Bharat Vision 2047. So that this kind of workshops we are keep on doing for a while. That this is for the southern states, and we recently had for the eastern states, and prior to that we had a national workshop. So we are continue to do this, and I hope that everyone that came today will have a nice day and a very productive session during the workshop.
So when you mentioned that there have been problems with the portal, what are these problems and how can they be addressed?
Problems like that for the last many years till 2023, the scheme that did an offline implementation, and after that we came up with the portal. So now also then from that moment onwards we keep on giving the trainings and workshops, webinars like that, so that down level the implementing agencies and the district authorities are aware about the requirements on the portal, because they were doing prior to that they were doing the offline implementation. Now also they are continuing, many of them are continuing like that. So what is happening is maybe ground level the work is getting recommended, sanctioned, executed, completed, handed over to the users, but those updates are not happening on the portal. So by that and this data is totally transparent. There is a public dashboard, so everyone can access, and people are using the public dashboard and making their opinion about the performance of an MP. So actually it's not reflecting the actual status. So our that request for the participants was just whatever you are doing on the ground, along with that you make the necessary updation of the portal. So as of now we feel that we have found that with our interaction with the different district authorities, what we found is on ground level there is a level of progress, but whatever is reflected on the portal is less than that. So we want to bring both these things as same.
This is the same with Goa as well? Do you find
Goa, that specifically I don't have the data with me, that we never had a complaint so far. So that recently what we are doing is that whenever that we are reviewing it our own, that along with that whatever complaint, at times some complaints which we will receive from the LP, and then that time itself we will take a review. So now our plan is that, as ma'am has already told, there is a continuous inspections, evaluations, monitoring. So this is part of the cabinet approval. So we will continue that, and in the coming days we hope that this is going to be better, because we have created a few very useful dashboard functionalities which they can very well. Otherwise this data has to be extracted, then analyzed, and so now it is on their fingertip. They will get the compliance related issues as part of the dashboard. So we have made it for all the stakeholders. So the purpose of this workshop is to tell them that these new functionalities are also being developed and they can use it for effective implementation.